For the first time in 2 years, New York City school students can walk into school without a mask this morning.
And New Yorkers will also no longer need to show proof of vaccination. This is to visit a restaurant, gym, or movie theater. It's all part of the changing strategy in combating COVID as the Omicron surge wanes. But not everyone thinks the city is ready for these big steps in the pandemic.
Joining us right now, the man behind these decisions, New York City Mayor Eric Adams. Hallelujah. A lot of us are very excited about this.
I am also. It's going to be good to go into Scotto's and not have to show a key to NYC and to dance on the streets. And, you know, just seriously, COVID had its chance of really hijacking our city, traumatizing us. It's now time for New Yorkers to have their chance and to enjoy their city again. That's why we're lifting the mask mandate for K through 12, no longer showing vaccination cards when you go into restaurants. But we still want New Yorkers to take the precaution. If they're feeling a level of anxiety, we want them to cycle into the normalcy that we want.
So, Mayor, as you know, there are some parents who are upset. Those who have children under 5 years old, you have not lifted the mandates for that. In fact, there's going to be a rally, a protest outside City Hall at about 10 o'clock this morning. Many are wondering why still that mandate when the American Academy of Pediatrics show there's very little hospitalizations in that age group from 5 and under.
And we want to give it and do it in cycles. And I'm asking the parents, work with me, as I shared from the beginning of this, that how we were going to handle schools to make them safe, how we were going to make sure that everyone was vaccinated as much as possible. We're over 75% of double vaccination, almost over 80% of those with single doses. And so I asked them to work with me. We're going to first see our K through 12s. We're going to examine the data to make sure there are no spikes. And then we're going to come back and visit those children from 2 to 5. So we're going to do this in a very safe way because I don't want to close the city down and I don't want to endanger our children.
So I'm just wondering, I know 6 people in the last week who've gotten COVID. I mean, not terribly sick, but 6 in the last week, all home tested. So there's no, tracking and tracing with the city. I'm just wondering, is the city now treating this as an endemic, a cold, a flu, and, we're moving on?
Well, 2 things. Number one, I bet you those people who contracted and did not have severe symptoms, I would bet that they were vaccinated and they might have been boosted. The evidence is clear. If you are vaccinated, it's the difference between death and or going to the hospital. And so we want to continue to encourage New Yorkers. And we're not taking this lightly. We are not out of the woods. We can see ourselves clear of this, and we want to get our economy back up and operating in a safe way. And so we're still taking the necessary steps, but we're winning. And that's so important. New Yorkers should really be proud of the fact we were faced with a challenging pandemic, and we are winning.
Well, I know you say that we're not out of the woods, but we are getting out of the woods as we're lifting these mandates today. But I think the thing that is not waning, it's actually increasing, is the rise in crime. And I know that you have thrown everything possible that you can at this. And even with the increase in police in the subway system, a man was just slashed in the face yesterday. So what more can be done to prevent things like this from happening in the subway system?
We are continuing to, as I like to say, pivot and shift. My crime plan is, as you know, is intervention and prevention, and you're going to continually see the improvement in our subway system. You're going to see a complete removal of all of the encampments that we have witnessed. We are doubling down on our how we deploying our police. You're going to see that visual presence of our police. We're moving into the phase of moving police officers from clerical duties. We're really going to start using our resources and taxpayers' dollars to go after the crime in this city. It's not acceptable to see the increases that we're witnessing. Yeah. I spent the entire weekend with the police commissioner and her team. We are doubling our efforts, and we're going to get this crime under control like we did COVID.
Well, Mayor Adams, please make this make sense, because you can get banned from an airline for not wearing a mask, but you can, attack a female with your own feces, then post about it on social media and bragging about the justice system not giving you any consequences, and nothing happens.
Horrific, horrific. All of us personally cringe at something like that happening, and our hearts goes out to the victim. It's just horrific, and I continually state we need to be clear that when individuals commit these crimes, that they're held accountable. And some of this actually lays at the feet of the judges that did not execute their powers. And that's part of bringing together our district attorneys, our lawmakers, our judges, and state, here are your powers. Our judges could have kept that individual in, and we want to make sure that every level of government is doing their job to make sure that we're rowing in the same direction to assure of safety for our entire city.
So, Mayor, Assemblywoman Inez Dickens wants to make throwing feces and other bodily fluids on people a felony. Fantastic. Albany heard something, but basically they've been hard of hearing when you went up there and talked to them about crime. I mean, what's going on? What will it take for Albany to react? Because I know you talk about the courts. That's a problem, but they're saying their hands are tied because of Albany.
Well, they were not correct in the situation with the feces thrown in the face of the victim. They could have done more, and that's why it's important to bring our judges into this conversation so they're clear on what their powers are. Look, I would love to see different reforms, particularly with raise the age and gun possession, as well as the area of discovery. I would love to see these things take place, but while we are looking to make some changes, we must make sure the powers we have, that we're executing them properly. In this case, I don't believe the judge did that.
All right, and when do you think we could see that anti-gun NYPD program taking place?
I was with the commissioner this weekend. She's doing the proper training because we have to get this right. And I continually state over and over again, if you expeditiously have people in specialized units hit the streets without a very thorough, well-organized training, you're really going to exacerbate the problem, and I'm not going to do that. Within a week or so, the commissioner said that we have the first round of officers going through. They're going to hit the streets, but we also have to deal with the other crimes, the grand larcenies, what we're seeing with rapes and assaults and all the other areas. So it's not only guns to keep us safe, it's every crime that we're seeing in this city we must tackle head on.
Right, yep. Including bodily fluids.
Yes.
Mayor Adams, thank you so much for coming on Good Day New York. We have so much to talk to you. Did you get settled in Gracie Mansion, by the way?
I have one room that I'm using. You know, I don't need a lot. All I need is one space, a nice shower and a bathroom and an exercise bike and a place to make my smoothies, and I'm just a happy camper.
All the best to you. Thank you so much, Mayor, for coming on Good Day.
Thank you. All right.